Hey, head-to-head competition. DRZ 400 versus KTM's 500Exc-F. All right, both bikes awesome, in my opinion. The thing I noticed most of all is no engine braking on the KTM. Lets you roll through the woods a lot faster. I don't have my 2118 set up on the DRZ right now. I just got it set up in the Supermoto. But street-wise, this thing with the TKC 80s on it will bury this bike, even with the pipe and jet kit and everything else. Stock, the KTM is 100 plus on the miles per hour. The DRZ, I might get 88. I might get 88 miles an hour on it. Marty, like at Marty speed, like I get hit Back to the Future speed with that. This one goes above Back to the Future speed. As far as I'm concerned, they're both awesome bikes. I love both bikes. I had a lot of fun building this one out, the DRZ out. I'm sure I'll have a bunch of fun doing the KTM as well. I'm not a fan of the purple stickers, but they're stickers. So let me get down to the few points of the versus each bike. Price point, DRZ wins like all day. Price point, I mean, it's a 20-year-old bike. Yes, it's carbureted, but I'll tell you what, it runs good, man. And if any new bike runs good, and the service intervals on the DRZ are twice as high as what it is on the KTM. So DRZ wins on that. I mean, yes, it's slower, but KTM wins. All the modern conveniences on a new bike. The motor is all new for this year. The frame is all new. Swing arms new. It's a 95% new bike from KTM. So yeah, it's an awesome bike. I mean, it's light. It's got plenty of horsepower, and it's really fun to ride. I mean, it's like a 450 with turn signals that like an old guy would like to like, because it doesn't have that weird hit as your typical 450 has. So it's easy on the gas, stays rolling through where I need to go at, and it's a really fun bike to ride. Suspension wise, KTM, I like jumping stuff and getting really aggressive through sand whoops and stuff like that. So the KTM wins that hands down, no problem. I spent a lot of money on the suspension on the DRZ. Springs, oil, different spring rates, getting it revalved, doing the valves on them. And I still don't like the way it feels. So, I mean, suspension on the DRZ is terrible. The suspension on the KTM, amazing. So that just in itself is worth it for me. I mean, for the new bike, is the suspension. Now I can jump stuff without wondering if I'm gonna die. So KTM wins the battle for me. That's the style of riding I like to do, is aggressive off-road stuff. So for me, the KTM wins. Maybe not for you, I don't know. If you like riding the street more and doing wheelies and stuff like that, DRZ's gonna win. The longevity of that motor is gonna win. I mean, if you like working on bikes, like I mean, I've worked on bikes since I was a little kid, so I like working on bikes. That's it's part of the fun of it. Yeah, I played around with this one, bolted on some stuff, but the longevity of the DRZ is worth the price point. So I'd go with the DRZ. If you're going to just do commuting and wheelies and street stuff, I'd go DRZ because of the price point. I mean, you could put a big bore kit in it, and it'll be fun, just as fun as that would be. But this thing out of the box, not doing anything to it, this thing right here, man, is the KTM is amazing. It's right out the box. It's perfect. It's what I wish the DRZ was for the DRZ price point. So, my opinion, KTM wins. Winner is the KTM. KTM wins it all day. So, but maybe not for you. Maybe the DRZ will win. But I'm just glad to have both bikes at the same time and be able to do this comparison. I mean, I haven't seen anybody do a DRZ 400 versus the 500EXC yet, and I got the brand new one. This one's a 22, so, and it's got 1,200 miles on it, so it's still a brand new bike, and I'm happy with both of them. So I think you should make your mind up for yourself on what style of riding you like to do and what you're going to be using it for.